Welcome back to These Things Are Written on this Wednesday as we continue with Genesis 48. As we saw in the last couple of chapters, the last couple of days, Jacob and his family have come to Egypt. They have been given great land in the land of Goshen for their flocks and herds. They are blessed by Pharaoh because Pharaoh is blessed by Jacob's son, Joseph. Let's continue. Verse 48. Again, please read all of it. I am going to skip over different parts of it. I'd like you to read it either before or after so you get an idea of the whole picture. After this, Joseph was told, "Behold, your father is ill." So he took with him his two sons, Manasseh and Ephraim. And it was told to Jacob, "Your son Joseph has come to you." Then Israel summoned his strength and sat up in bed. And Jacob said to Joseph, "God Almighty appeared to me at Luz in the land of Canaan and blessed me and said to me, 'Behold, I will make you fruitful and multiply you, and I will make you a company of people and will give you this land to your offspring after you for an everlasting possession.' And now your sons who were born to you in the land of Egypt before I came to you in Egypt are mine. Ephraim and Manasseh shall be mine, as Reuben and Simeon are, and the children that you fathered after them shall be yours. They shall be called by the name of their brothers in their inheritance." So you see what Jacob is doing. He is giving Ephraim and Manasseh rights as sons to his inheritance. They would receive an equal portion as the other sons would. Moving on, verse 8. When Israel saw Joseph's sons, he said, "Who are these?" And Joseph said to his father, "These are my sons, whom God has given me here." And he said, "Bring them to me, please, that I may bless them." Moving to verse 13. And Joseph took them both, Ephraim in his right hand towards Israel's left hand, and Manasseh in his left hand towards Israel's right hand, and brought them near him. And Israel stretched out his right hand and placed it on the head of Ephraim, who was the younger, and his left hand on the head of Manasseh, crossing his hands, for Manasseh was the firstborn. When Joseph saw that his father laid his right hand on the head of Ephraim, it displeased him, and he took his father's hand to move it from Ephraim's head to Manasseh's head. And Joseph said to his father, "Not this way, my father. Since this one is the firstborn, put your right hand on his head." But his father refused and said, "I know, my son, I know. He also shall become a people, and he also shall be great. Nevertheless, his younger brother shall be greater than he, and his offspring shall become a multitude of nations." Interesting passage here, isn't it? Joseph blessing the younger child as he was blessed by his father Isaac instead of his brother Esau. So also he blessed Ephraim. Now, Ephraim would be one of the names that the prophets would call the nation of Israel, often as shorthand, remembering this promise that Jacob had given to Ephraim. Both Manasseh and Ephraim would be separate tribes of the 12 tribes of Israel. We'll get into that a little bit tomorrow with some of the readings and the blessings that Jacob gives to his sons. Really leaves one of them out and gives that opportunity for there to be 12 sons. Ephraim and Manasseh each would fill that role. So there is no tribe of Jacob. Instead, his two sons each become a separate tribe later on. Come back tomorrow and we'll look at just some of those interesting blessings, I guess you could call them blessings, that that Jacob gives to his sons when he is close to death. We'll see you then. God bless.